Welcome back. Welcome back. What it do, YouTube? Coming to you tonight on a night stream, excuse me. Coming to you tonight on a live stream. Smells like a little bit of alcohol, a little bit of liquor tonight. But but we gotta taste this guy. We gotta taste this guy. I want you to taste this guy. I want you to tell me what it tastes like. Taste this guy. Because after it's something, listen to me ranting. Listen to me window. There's something to it. There's something to it when you add taste to your ownership. Like when you own something, you gotta have taste to it. You know what I mean? It's not really own, it's owe when you owe something. Osmo. Things that we know, we don't gotta talk about it. That's what Osmo is. I like my smile. So question, how many of you off all of my scholars, off of all of my students, how many of you is really ready to embark on this? I heard a yes. I heard a yes to the celestial energies. How many of you are ready for complete and absolute darkness? That was my question. How many of you are ready for complete and absolute darkness? Straight up darkness. I'm talking about it. I want to hear a yes from somebody. I know somebody's ready for it. Absolute, utter darkness. Looking at power right now. Looking at power. And I see a lot of powerful individuals who perhaps, I said perhaps, I'm being nice. I said perhaps who don't know they're powerful. But I'm looking at power right now. You want to talk about cars? You want to talk about vehicles? I want to talk about vehicles because I imagine the cars of the future are going to look so different. You know? I was recounting a video taken this summer. Don't ask me what year it was, but it was either this summer or the one before it. I saw power just now. It's either this one or the one before it. And it was odd because, well, it wasn't that so much it was odd. I wouldn't say that. But I was looking at this video, I'm just like, yo, these cars, these automobiles, they're very inefficient. And it wasn't that I was saying that they're outdated. I was like, they're very inefficient. So, you know what I mean? Like, if it wasn't the cars, I think I was talking about, perhaps I was critiquing the roads. I think it was the road. But I want to make a video on cars pretty soon. And another thing too is I just had to remind myself I'm Asian. I just had a thought, like every time I turn around now, it's like, you know what? I'm turning around because I'm Asian. I'm doing this for Asian. So the way it goes is like it goes like, so yeah, so this is about something not pertaining to the moment, but it's pertaining to your moment. So if you would like to join our group on Facebook, I'm calling it the Celestial Pride Troopers is the official name. Celestial Pride Troopers. And it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be very awesome. Now back to the topic of magic and power. Power Water Rising. power water rising just for the sake of it, just for the hell of it. I never say sake. I say it for the hell of it. I'm more of a hell person. Demons. Demon power rising. Demon power rising. Kundalini rising. You know, just all of these things, man. Ah shit, I left my card at home. So yeah. Yeah, man, sometimes you just gotta be a beacon of light, yo. I fucking love it, man. Imagine what it feels like to be an orange cone. What it feels like to be an orange cone. Oh shit, that's crazy. He just pulled up. What it feel like to be an orange cone, yo? Like, look at this shit. Like, look at this shit. Hold on.
Yeah. Woo! Oh shit. I didn't know that was there.
Look at shit, he just pulled up.
Oh, it's happened so fast.
Yeah, I feel like I'm surrounded. Oh shit, there's more of them. It's lit. It's lit. There's more of them. So yeah, so this is what it feels like to be an orange cone. It's the real shit. What it feels like to be an orange cone, man. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Like, you gotta really just. It's like an epsilon. It's like an epsilon of everything. Like, you know, people jogging and shit. It's like an epsilon. I like that. Excuse me. I spoke to myself, only myself, thankfully. It's like an epsilon. So, meaning of that word is epsilon is such a small number. It's a number that is basically I don't want to use basic. I'm insinuating. I'm gonna use the term insinuating because a female gave me that term. I'm just like, why would you say insinuating? Like, do you know? I mean, that's probably why she said it. Like, well, first you got the in, the sin, and you waiting. Like, it means you're basically like you're wanting to get it out so bad, like you're dripping, like you can taste it on your tongues. But I'm insinuating epsilon means that it's a number. It's sort of like a derivative, but it's a number approaching zero. But no matter what, it still remains positive. So that sounds like a epsilon, right? It sounds like epsilon. Thank you. And it sounds like a hyperbola, you know, where it's just like spinning and spinning and spinning. I like that a lot. It's cool. So look, that was an epsilon. And what was I talking about? Oh yeah, that just happened. It just happened, right? So imagine what it feels like to be an orange cone. Now, you might be wondering, like, what is the significance of this whole orange cone analogy or analogum? And I'm gonna say this: the orange cone, you know, you might want to think of that as a plasma, you know, or think about a cone that's just sitting in the water, you know, and pretend like this earth around us is water, which it will be, you know. So like, I feel like really one, like, it's not about, see, like the water aspect, it comes into play, like not so much with what's around you, but it comes into play as far as, like, you know, the sky begins at your feet, you know. Some people say, well, where is the sky? And they look up, but didn't you know you can look down and still see the sky? I just thought of that. And I was just like, yo, intelligence is a secretion, but we need to make it sectors, you know. We need to make intelligence for everyone and for things like that. So with that being said, now, hope that was a good enough introduction for my lesson series, you know. But yeah, basically whenever the sun is out, or not basically, I'm insinuating this. See, making progress. I'm insinuating I'm insinuating that for all intents and purposes, I'm gonna talk about this title. But before I talk about this title, I'm insinuating that that all of this water, you hear me, is just straight up glass. This water is no different than glass. Plasma is no different than glass. You know, this is a dimensional secret. You know, you might want to brace yourself. You might want to brace yourself for the powers of glass. Powers of glass can keep you in, actually, you know, they can keep you in the screen dimension. But for example, like if I say Christ, and that pulls you out of a kinetic, the same way if I say screen, it'll pull you out of a static or a kinetic energy. You know? So everything around us is water, so everything around us is glass, no different. And guess what? All the objects inside of this cube, or inside of this glass, or all the objects inside of this cup, if you want to use that. I use the word cube. All of these objects inside this water is also made of the same elements. Two, so that's how you make fire. And you probably can't even grasp this concept, but like you can start a fire inside the water. I'm not saying it's scientifically possible. I'm not even saying it's alchemically possible. I just know that in the dimension that we in, this realm that we in, this reality, you can do that. You can absolutely do that. You can't replicate it. You can't take a smaller size and make it thing. But I'm telling you, look, if it's all the same as possible, and I think my phone storage is getting low, but I'm gonna push it anyway, cause you know what I mean? I'm gonna push it, you know what I mean? So yeah, man, so like, look, the second part two. I'm in front of Gristedes right now. We're talking about the glass dimension. We're talking about the glass dimension. Actually, it's not just the glass dimension. It's called the glass door. The glass door dimension. Now, why is it called that? Maybe we're supposed to break through it. I don't know. Maybe we're supposed to break through it. Maybe they say the sky is the limit. They say the sky is made out of glass, you know? Maybe we gotta break through it. And right now, right there, I felt myself levitate. I'm not gonna say what ship of myself levitate, but I felt myself levitate a little bit. It's very weird. Very weird, the things that could go on. So yeah. So how does part 2 go? Part 2 goes like this. Part 2 goes like this. You know, with this being, when you are an element of, when you are a sub-element of an element, right? Because that's the type of shit that we want to be fucking talking about. We want to be powering through this. You want to help me power through this talk. When you are an element, and notice, you are an element inside of the motherfucking thing, which is your power element. Man, you couldn't be no better off anywhere else in the world. You are literally at home. So that means if you are fire, and you are surrounded by fire, you at home. You at home. If you are a rock or a grain of sand, and you surrounded by other grains of sand or other rocks or other pebbles, you fucking at home. You know? If you a drop of water, you get the idea. Like, I don't need to keep on going on. So yeah, so like, yo, look, here's the thing. We're in the glass dimension, man, and basically, being so, we got 4 hands. I'm using 3. We got more than 4 hands. We got up to 8, 7 hands. I'm using 3 of them right now. You know what I mean? It's the type of power I'm talking about. Like, you gotta understand, with this type of power, you standing like an orange cone in the middle of the street. You know what I mean? I'm gonna shout out the 444, yo. You like an orange cone in the middle of the street, man. It's crazy. There's levels to this thing, but it's like one level 7 or 1 level 9. You just gotta beat it, or maybe you gotta beat it, and then maybe you get to level 10. And you know, level 10 has a little plot twist that you didn't see in level 11, and then that's the last level. You know? Yo. I don't know who that was, but I was like, that face, man. I think it's mad familiar. I think he's playing ball or something. I haven't played ball in that long. I want to play some ball. You can't be thinking about, like, I don't know, like, I struggle to think about ball. Like, I can't think about basketball. I really can't. Like, I don't have that luxury in my life. Like, play ball, come back home, my mom have food cooked for me and shit. It's like good old days. And you know what's funny? When I tell people, like, yo, you should be really thankful. They just look at me like fuck he just said? Like, was he trying to hit on my mom? Like, yeah, I'm hitting on your mom, I'm hitting on you, I'm hitting on you as a family unit. Yeah, y'all niggas is lucky as fuck. Like, you know, keep it a buck, man. Like, I'm about to go on this battery. Got 10%. Let me see. We got 8%. I'm more. I don't know what's scaring me more. But you know, like if you are like in a sense, or a status or status quo. I used to love that word, man. Status quo. Anyway, you on a status quo, like I'm about to be afraid. Like, I'm really about to be afraid. What are you gonna be afraid for? Like, what are you gonna be afraid about? You are, and guys, I don't know if this is just me, all right? But I think we are all inside the sun right now, man. I think the sun is like, yo, we got your back. Like, I got this, my G's. I think the sun is like, yo, power Kundalini rising, man. Just worry about you. Just focus on you, you know? So that's what I mean by, like, this is my Brooklyn side. This is my Brooklyn side of my face. This is like my Chelsea side, my Clem Hatton side. I'm used to showing my Clem Hatton side of my face. But yeah, like, yo, you know what I mean? Like that's what I mean by really just being a type, just being a kite. Just be like a kite, just hang around, yo. You know what I mean? Just hang around. Like, I'm not saying be a bum, but, you know, like, what I'm saying is, like, you know, hang around, but, like, don't be in bed all day smoking weed. Like, that's whack. Like, we gotta find something else to do besides be in bed and smoking on weed. These my greatest fans that I never loved. My greatest fans that I never loved. Just coming back for more. I want to see what I'm talking about. Touche. Power water rising. So yeah, like, you know, just be that boy, you know what I mean? Or be that doy, and you know, have the dually on you, keep some stones on you, and don't be afraid of nothing, man. You know, don't be at home smoking weed in bed. That's like the worst thing you can do, man. Just staying at home smoking weed. You know, you come outside, you got nothing to lose. You got nothing to lose, man. So I was checking it out. Speaking of glass and glass doors, you can actually hit up glassdoor.com. You know, it's a great site. Glassdoor.com. You can find yourself a job in your area. Cause I was curious. They was talking about some white people shit. Like, you know, they was talking about like white people stuff like CRISPR, and you know, there's all these new avenues for, you know, gene splicing and creating microorganisms. And, you know, the whole works, but all in all, I'm just like, well, how's that gonna translate into me finding a job? And once I do find a job, like, how much degrees do I need before I can get enrollment? So from there on, I just started going on Craigslist, searching up places, and man, I came down to a conclusion before I go. Came down to a conclusion that, hey, look, you see, they see my live feeds is getting better. But anyway, they kind of tight. You don't like who? Who doesn't like you? Nah, that's a meme generator. But yeah, so I came to the conclusion, like, hey, you know, we living in Epsilon, man. Because basically, the opportunity in this country, you gotta look at it for what it is. You gotta let it speak to you. Now, I could be something, right? Well, what if I went to someone and be like, hey, how many years do you go to college for that job? I could talk to a priest, be like, yo, priest, you know, where do you go to college? You know, I wouldn't go in front of a school right here. But you know, I don't go to the corner store. So look, so basically, all in all, long story short, is we live in an Epsilon where I'm not gonna define Epsilon because that would be a strain on my critical thinking skills. But truthfully, it's like, yo, it's like I was at some place the other week, and they have like a you know, they have like job openings, and you know, I'm just you know, little old me. I'm doing my thing, not doing my thing, but I'm doing caviar, doing my delivery joints, my livery joints. Quiet on the set. So I was doing my little caviar thing, right? And like, yo, right? No, I know who that is. Quiet on his ass. My eyes look scary, man. On the screen, at least, because my eyes look like triple H's. I got 4% battery. So like basically, like, you know, like so this guy's name is like his name is on the studio and everything. And I'm at where I was feeding the birds today. I was feeding the birds here. But they all asleep. They all tucked in to sleep, which is good. Come back out. I don't want to tell nobody, but I'll come back outside when I come back outside and feed them again. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So, but so yeah, so like, you know, like his name is plastered all over the fucking studio and all over the walls and shit. I'm just like, yo, it's like, I I was like, but I didn't see nothing. I didn't see no type of art or no type of opportunities. Cause sometimes you gotta just, if you're in a gallery area, like if you're in a, just gotta be like, all right, like you right here, you in front of me, you local, right? Can I speak to you for a moment? You know, without the awkward gestures, and they might just be like, well, if you ask for it, if you petition for something, they're not gonna say no. You know, only I would say no. Someone be like, cause someone was as like this. They were as, hey, could you like my page? And I was like, no. Just said no. Like I didn't want any type of bonds with that person, no type of relationships or whatever. But you know, like this is different. This is not like through the internet portal. So this is different. So guys, I gotta go. So holla at you. This has been another awesome video by the Mixology 101 879, and I'll see you again.